Hello. We are going to do more on the ongoing project with pimping my wife's car, and since she is a fan of pink, we have striped it pink already, and that's almost done now. We're going to do Foliatec's Brems Settle Lack set, or paint for your calipers in plain English. She has chosen the color pink metallic, this one. The paint is, I would say, pretty cheap for the effect. And if you open it up, you have one large container with the brake caliper cleaner, so that's just an ordinary thing. Instructions, of course, but usually you don't read that so much. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You have to clean the brake calipers first, then paint them, then wait for it to dry. There are one hardener with glass and one locker that you put together and mix. And for those who haven't done it before, like me, it's good to read the instructions first, of course, but the thing that I got stuck on was that you have to do all 4 calipers within a window of, I think it was 2 hours before the paint is gone, and it's too hard to continue it. So that means that you have to prep and do all the brake calipers first, and that's what we have done. So you can see here on the back caliper, and because it's an old car, it's rusty. So as you can see here, we used 100 grit sandpaper, we used a metal brush, and we also used some brake cleaner that was included in the package. What finish level you want here is up to you, but we decided to just leave it like this. It will look good enough, and probably a lot better than it did before. So we just basically took off the dust and the rust, and this is how it looked. And I must say that the brake caliper on the back looked much harder than the one in the front, because if you check this out, you can see it's one pretty big and solid surface, and that will make it much easier to clean and much easier to work with. So what you need is a brush, gloves, 100 grit paper. If you want to do wet sanding, do a wet paper. I used just something that I had, and some wool with water, and also the jack stands, of course, so you don't get the car in your head or on your hand or whatever. It would be most unfortunate, especially if your wife asks you afterwards, why do you only have one arm left? Oh, I was going to paint your brake calipers pink. So I just took this like this, and as you can see, it pretty quickly gets down to the metal and gets it clean, because on the front it hasn't rusted so much. So these are, and then in the end here I will just use the brake dust cleaner included in the Foliatec package, and then we're good to go. But we have of course another side left too, to do this as well. And for us, we won't be doing a much better finish than this, because this is good enough, and it will look very hot, I think. So we will come back to you in a second or two. We will cut here.